Hey guys, and welcome to my new video. Today we're going to talk about all the documents you need in order to stay here in Thailand, and specifically I'm going to discuss the documents that you as a student need here. But I also think this process could be similar to people who work. Okay, let's start. So there are 3 documents you need in order to stay in Thailand. One of them is visa, the second one is 90-day report, and the third one is re-entry permit. So visa is a whole hassle here in Thailand, and later on you will understand why. So if you study in a university, as I do, you will need to fill out a bunch of papers and then give it to your university. And then the university will prepare your grade certificate, your letter of acceptance in the university, and some other documents. And the type of visa we get is non-immigrant, and I think for people who work here it's the same type of visa along with the work permit. So basically with many documents the university will do the majority of work for you, and then the work doesn't end here. Next you will need to go to the immigration. In our university, we can ask university to go with us because we live pretty far from the immigration. It takes like around 1 hour to get there. So they take us in a van to go to the immigration, and they stay with us the whole time to help us if we have any questions or something like that. When you come to the immigration, you get a number. Then you have to stand in a long line, and it also depends at what time you come there. Many people come as early as 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. and it's because those people don't want to stay there until late night, like 7 p.m. So you get this little number, you stand in this line, you still don't enter the space where they give you the visa. Then they change your number, and usually it's way lower numbers. So for example, if you get 225 when you enter, you could get 87, for example. And also one thing why many people come early is because the immigration workers have 1 hour lunch break, which starts at around 12 and then until 1. And that's why basically you will wait 1 hour without the line even moving. That's basically why you also should come there early, because then you might be done by this time they have the lunch break. And then basically when your number comes, your queue number, you go with the visa lady. She checks your documents, she tells you what maybe you didn't fill out. Then you have to go to another place, another little room where they basically put the visa stamp there, and then you go out and wait for your passport. They're gonna call you and give you the passport. Also, at the immigration, they have a few restaurants there where you could eat at 7-Eleven. Also, on the first floor, they have like a little market, which each day they would sell different things. One time I went, they were selling different food and fruit. Another day I went, they were selling clothes, books, stuff like that. Also to mention, the immigration office workers don't like you using your phone in front of them. So if you go inside the room already to give your documents, please don't use your phone, because I know many situations where they either cancel their visa or they put them, like, if for example one girl, she was finishing basically, and then she started using her phone and they put her at the end of the line, so she was the last one. Okay, next thing is 90-day report. 90-day report is basically a document which you have to submit to the government that shows your address, which you have to basically show them every 90 days. That's why it's called like that. This one is not as big as visa, but you still have to do it. You have to fill out one paper and you basically go to the immigration with it. And for us, for example, students, our university can do it for us if we come early enough and they don't have too many people to do it for, or you could also do it online as well. And together with that paper you fill out, there's another thing you need to bring. It's called TM30. It's a pretty new thing for Thailand. TM30, like 1 year ago, I didn't have to do TM30 for my 90-day report. But basically what TM30 is, your landlord basically has to submit your details whenever you move in into their property to the government. And that way you get a little receipt. So basically it's none of your concern to do it, because the landlord has to do it. The only thing I guess you have to make sure is that your landlord has done it and you have it, because you need to bring it to when you do the 90-day report, because otherwise you will not get it. And actually I will think about TM30. Now all landowners do it, And the same goes for people who have apartments and for people who own hotels. So hotels do it for you. So if you come to Thailand, know that they have to submit all your details when you come in and when you go out of the hotel. The last thing I'm going to talk about is re-entry permit. Basically, re-entry permit is a document that you need to get if you have a Thai visa and you want to exit the country and then come back. If you don't get it, then your visa will be cancelled. So in order to get it, you need to fill out just one paper, get your photo, and submit it to the officer. You can do it either at the immigration office or at the airport the day you have your flight. So I don't know where to get it in other airports in Thailand, but here in Bangkok, in Suvarnabhumi, after you get your boarding pass and you go up the stairs for international departures, there you can ask, whenever you just enter the stairs, there is a lady that checks your passport. You can ask her if you can get re-entry permit there, and she's gonna tell you yes or no, and if not, then she can send you to the other international departures stairs, because they don't do it in all of them, they just do it in one. Yeah, and when you go up there, after they check your documents and your stuff, you will go for this last big line, and basically before entering this line you're going to see re-entry, or you can ask any airport workers that are there and they're going to help you find it. You just basically need to find a booth which says re-entry and you go there and get it. Basically you just show that you have those documents. Maybe you don't even have to do it. There's just gonna be one booth first, but you don't submit the documents there. You don't have to go there, you just skip it and you turn right, and there's going to be a little room with usually just one airport worker, and you give it to her. Pay either 1,000 baht for single re-entry permit or 3,800 baht for multiple re-entry permit. And if before coming to airport you didn't get to take your picture, or you didn't get to fill out or find this document you need to, you can ask in that booth before, and I think they charge a real amount, but still you will get your documents and the photo done there. Okay, so that was it. Thank you guys for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.